Hey guys, welcome back. I want to thank you a lot for your comments that you left on my videos. I really appreciate them, and I really like to hear feedback from the community. And so one of the few things that you guys have been talking about is about a review for this keyboard and how I like it, you know, as my daily driver, what are my thoughts and opinions of it. And mostly I have really positive results with this keyboard. It has taken a bit to get used to. I've been using it for about a month now, and my typing is now back up to par. I do make a few more mistakes than I'm used to, typing different keys when I meant to, but that's mostly because of my typing habits. I found out by using this keyboard that I do some weird things. I tend to favor my index finger and my ring finger instead of like my pinky finger. So I will move my hands to make like my index finger or my ring finger hit keys which they're not supposed to do. So in a way this has made me a better typer by being more aware of where my fingers should be placed. Up until this point, the Aerodox keyboard was my favorite keyboard, and I'm going to say that this one actually takes the cake and is a bit better for a couple of reasons. I really love the contour of the keys. It is easier to reach and press most of the keys, especially on the thumb cluster. Just having that little bit of raised really helps out. Some of the key commands are a little bit hard on this one. Say if you use like Command and Shift and then you have to press a key in here, you're sort of doing this little Vulcan death grip type thing. But for the most part it works really well, and there's always going to be some little quirk of every single keyboard, and half that is actually setting up your layout correctly. So I can program out this layout to something else and it'll probably be better for me. For example, right now I have this as bracket and curly brace. I really am going to change that to something else because during programming you use this way too often to go over here. Some of the shortcomings about this particular keyboard is I don't have any bottom to this. And it's not really that huge of a deal if you're not moving it, but as soon as you start moving it around and it comes off the desk, you're prone to getting dust and dirt and stuff inside there, and it's going to eventually decay the electronics or short something. The other part of having a bottom is that this thing slides pretty easily. So having some sort of rubber feet on the bottom would definitely help out with that. It will even slide during some typing, some certain key presses, like if I'm doing like the Vulcan death grip for the Control-Alt-Delete or whatever, 3-finger presses. So adding a bottom to this would definitely help out. The other thing that I never really got around to for this keyboard is connecting the halves properly. Right now it's just wires that go straight through to the other half. And I want to make something that's actually a real connector here, so I can just take each half apart. And I have some ideas for that, and I will be prototyping them in the future just to play around with different ideas. The USB-C obviously did not work out for me. So one of the things to consider about this particular keyboard is that it sits really high on the desk. So you're not going to be able to, if you put it on a normal desk and you're typing on it, it's not going to be that comfortable. Your desk has to be lower, you're going to have the keyboard tray, but with the keyboard tray, I doubt many of them are even this high. So I actually built this sit stand desk, not necessarily just for this keyboard, mostly because I want to have a sit stand desk. But having this desk, and it's super thin, it's only like 3/4 of an inch thick for the top material, so I can get it right down on top of my lap. And also as a standing desk, it's nice because I can get the optimal height there. But for a normal height desk, this is actually kind of hard to type on and be comfortable doing it. So that's something to consider. The other thing is this sort of needs a wrist rest. I need to prototype out one of those. That will definitely help. So when I'm idle, I can just put my hands down and I'm not resting on the desk. So I really want to thank Matt Adriath for coming up with the design for the Dactyl. It's a really awesome keyboard. I took it and modified to make this Dactylus, and the biggest thing that I changed from it was the walls. And also I'm using ALP key switches instead of MX style key switches, which is actually a huge feature for this keyboard to me, because So this keyboard has Mateus clicky switches in it, and these are my favorite switches by far. They're extremely tactile, and the click is very satisfying. So when you click on them, they're not like a hollow or tinny sound. They're just very solid feeling and solid sounding keys. Would I build this again knowing everything I've done now? Absolutely. This is an awesome board. I would not trade this for any of my other keyboards that I have. I really enjoy typing on it. So once again, thank you a lot for watching. I really appreciate the comments, and I do respond to them as much as I can, and you guys are really helping me feed this channel. So if you have any more ideas or questions or any other comments or whatever, please post them below. If you enjoy this content, then I appreciate you subscribing. It's really awesome to see all these people subscribing to my channel. And otherwise, I'll see you next time.